My name is Teacher Evelyn and I work for VIPKID, and I had the fun idea to write down some types of teachers that I've observed over time through Facebook and YouTube. And so this is a fun video to talk to you about 15 different types of VIPKID teachers. And I thought this would be a fun way to engage with you guys and comment below in the comments which categories you fall into. I made 15 different categories. It's a lot of fun. I hope nobody takes this in a negative way because this is supposed to be a positive, fun video. And I've got 15 different types of teachers. Now, I encourage you not to compare yourself in a negative way to other teachers. I think it can be a good thing to look at what other teachers are doing so that we can learn how to become better teachers ourselves. But do not compare yourself to someone you see in order to put yourself down and say, oh, I don't have that personality type, I don't have that talent, I don't have this, I don't have that. Maybe I'm not a good VIPKID teacher, because that is not true. And that's the point of this video. I hope that point is conveyed and brought across really well in this video. I have sometimes felt a little bit guilty for making YouTube videos because some people have said, I almost didn't apply for VIPKID because I looked at all these YouTube videos of all these peppy, happy, energetic teachers, and that's not my personality type, and maybe I'm not cut out for VIPKID. That's not true. That just means you're not falling in the category of the silly teachers or of the YouTuber type teachers. But there's a lot of categories, and all of them are doing it right, because let's just dive into it, okay? I can go ramble all you want, but I have 15 different types of teachers, and obviously there's even more out there, but these are the ones that I've observed in my 13 months with VIPKID. I've observed them on YouTube and on Facebook. And you know what? There might be a group of people who are unplugged and they're not on YouTube and Facebook, right? Okay. So number one, and these are in no particular order, number one is the decoration kings and queens. These are the people who, and I say that I don't fall in this category because you will always see me with pretty much the same background. I might add some hearts, I might add a small Christmas tree, I might add a little something for seasons, but these are the decoration kings and queens in which their entire backdrop changes depending on the season. They go all out for Halloween, they go all out for Christmas, they go all out for Chinese New Year, they go all out for fall, they go all out for every single season or upcoming holiday, they go all out. I just put some hearts up and call it good. I always have my alphabet, my map, my apple tree, my puppets, and my teacher name and my magnetic thing. That's just my style, and there's nothing wrong with that. So you might have a more plain background. I started off a lot more simple, and it's just developed over time. All right, number two group, I'm calling the Best Friends with China group, and I don't fall under this category at this time, but it's something I would like to do someday. The Best Friends with China are people who use WeChat. WeChat is like Chinese Facebook Messenger, basically. It's a way of sharing photos and sending messages, and you can even video chat or call on there, but to my knowledge, most teachers don't do that. In China, they don't have Facebook, they don't have YouTube, they have WeChat. And WeChat is a way that everyone communicates with everybody. It's ways that people order their groceries online. It's the way you can order food. You use it to keep in contact with relatives, friends, share pictures. So there are some VIPKID teachers that use WeChat. VIPKID itself discourages using WeChat in order to talk about bookings, because all bookings should be done through VIPKID. But you are an independent contractor. You have every right to become friends with with your parents. But for me, when I thought about using WeChat, instead of putting a last name, I put my teacher initials because I heard of one weird situation where a teacher was kind of stalked by a parent, but that almost never happens. Anyway, number 3 is teacher all day long. These are our brick and mortar teachers. That's right. There are teachers that get up early in the morning, teach some classes online, go to school, teach all day long, teach all week long, and then on the weekends they teach extra online with VIPKID. Or there are also teachers who are mostly inactive during the school year, but they pick up those hours during the breaks, spring break, summer break, winter break, and they're more active at that time. Maybe they just teach on Friday nights. Maybe they just teach on Saturdays. So our brick and mortar teachers are our teacher all day long, and they are my heroes. I honestly don't know how you guys do it, but more power to you. All right, number 4 is our tech savvy teachers. These are the ones that I would be like if I knew what to do. Maybe someday I will fall in this category, but I am not tech savvy. I don't know if you knew that about me. I tend to choose a prop or a puppet over a technologically advanced computer system thingy. I tried downloading Manicam and I could not get it to work. I later at a meetup found out that it's because my computer is pretty simple. It has lower amount of memory because I got it for a good price. It worked. It's been serving me well for a long time. It works well. I love this computer. But it's not compatible with Manicam, so I'm not able to do Manicam. But there are teachers, and some of them are on YouTube. They just use a green screen behind them, and they're able to put all these, they're amazing. And I'm not like them, but that's okay. I don't have to compare myself, but they use all these, stickers, and VIPKID has on their PC app the stickers you can use, so they have their own version of Manicam or whatever, but I can't even use the PC app because I have a Chromebook and it's not compatible. I even got a more expensive computer at one point and tried to figure out Manicam and was unsuccessful, and tried to figure out the PC app and was unsuccessful, and I returned that computer and I'm back to my Chromebook. I'm just not a tech savvy person. I'm married to a tech-savvy person, but I'm not a tech-savvy teacher. All right. Number 5 is our digital nomads. If I was single and didn't have a family, which I would probably be super sad, because my personality, I love being a mama. But I also love world traveling. And our digital nomads, there's actually a group on Facebook that's VIPKID Digital Nomads, something like that. I'm not in the group because I'm not a digital nomad. But these are people who teach online from Rome, from Italy, Rome is in Italy, Evelyn. Anyway, they might be in Africa one day, they might be in Asia another, they might be in South America, Canada. They might have a home base in America, Canada. They might be a missionary in South America. I'm friends with a missionary to Ecuador. I met her through a VIPKID group on Facebook, and I added her as a friend because my husband is from Ecuador, and if we ever move to Ecuador, which we both would love to do, but it's not in the plans at this time, but I would love to know how to teach VIPKID from Ecuador. So what you need in order to be a digital nomad is you need reliable internet connection. If you got in that group, you could ask people questions about what exactly they use. Like I said, I'm not a tech savvy person, but I know that there's a thingy-mabobber. I'm so tech savvy, guys. There's a thingy-mabobber that helps with Wi-Fi. You can buy things that'll give you Wi-Fi. I don't know what I'm talking about. Ask some of those people, right? I just teach from my office in my room. I don't go anywhere. And they also might use Manicam. Just put something green behind them. I think there might be people that use Manicam that don't need a green screen behind them. I don't know how all that stuff works. Don't ask me. I'm not that kind of teacher. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay. All right, this is one of the ones that is a category that I fall into, and that's our prop kings and queens. That's the people who have a prop for everything. I don't have a prop for everything, just there's not many things I don't have a prop for. So if we're talking about pets, if we're talking about farm animals, if we're talking about food, if we're talking about animals that live in the water, aquatic animals, if we're talking about birds, I lost a penguin, if we're talking about other animals, if we're talking about reptiles and snakes and all that good stuff, I've got a prop for all of that. I've got furniture props. I've got transportation props, whole drawer of it. So I would consider myself at this point in time to fall under the category of a prop queen. But I keep everything in its place and I know where everything is, so I grab and go and I teach as I go. I need to put this mouse back. I have 2 mice. Mice are nice. Anyway, I would consider myself to fall under this category, a prop queen. If you are not a prop king or queen, do not fret, my friend. You come later on in the list as a minimalist, and that is just fine. All right, so I would consider myself a prop queen. The next one is also something I consider myself, the YouTubers. We have a category of VIPKid YouTube teachers, and I think we should support one another. What I do is every single time I find a new VIPKid teacher who's a YouTuber, I always subscribe to them. I try to watch their videos and comment. I'm not trying to steal their ideas for my channel. That's not the thing. I think we should support one another and we should be friends with each other because we can relate to each other, right? And we're both trying to build these 2 careers of YouTube and VIPKid, right? So we should support each other. If you have a YouTube channel and you're a VIPKid teacher and I'm not subscribed to you yet, comment below and I will click and I'll subscribe and I'll check out your videos and comment on them because I think we should be friends. All right, number 8 is the mentors. I do not fall under this technical category, but probably unofficially. We have actual teachers who mentor other teachers, and that's their job. I don't do that. That makes me a little bit nervous. I feel like I would have to be with the company 2 or 3 years to feel comfortable with that. But I kind of do it unofficially. When people message me and ask me questions, I'm all about trying to find answers to your questions and helping you out. I'm cool with that. So I don't consider myself a mentor because that's not my official job title, but maybe unofficially. Okay, number 9 is the 2D prop users. I don't think I fall under this category, but I have a few 2D props. 2D prop users are people who use a lot of magnets and sticks and laminate. They have their own laminating machine, which I have one of. They have their own groups on Facebook. They have their own, a lot of their props are flat. They're 2D. They are very useful things. So I have some 2D props, but I do not consider myself a 2D prop teacher. I have seen the many filing boxes these teachers have, and I am not that kind of teacher. That's not my category, but I do enjoy a good, I do use some of these on a regular basis. So yeah, these can be useful, especially when you have something like amusement park. And well, I do have a prop for amusement park, but that's another story. I'm not dragging that thing out. It's big, but I use it in class sometimes. It's a Ferris wheel. It's a toy Ferris wheel. See? Anyway, but there are teachers that have a lot of 2D props. Like they print all the time, cut, laminate. They're putting magnets on everything, and that's amazing. That's their style. That's how they do that. I don't have all that many. I have some of these. Look, this is my family. Yes, no, I like, I don't like. This is my cat. I like to play table tennis or ping pong. I like to fly a kite. I eat pancakes 1, 2, 3. You have a tall yellow hat. I have a short purple hat. Stuff like that. I do have some 2D props, but I would not consider myself a 2D prop teacher because I do tend to lean towards the 3D props a lot more. Okay. Number 10 is the serious teachers, and I do not fall under this category. I once watched a YouTube video of someone who said, I'm not a clown, I'm a serious teacher, and I've been doing this over a year, and I have all the smart students, and all those silly teachers, they get the dumb students or whatever. And I think all of our students are smart. I think being silly is a tactic that some of us use to gain students and to get our students engaged. I think it is fine to be a serious teacher. For the longest time, I was too shy from using headbands and things like that. I didn't want to be perceived as a clown. I didn't want to be perceived as not a serious teacher. So in my brain, I consider myself somewhere between the serious teachers and the silly teachers because I guess I would call myself a versatile teacher. Because for level 1 and 2, I am silly. And for levels 3, 4, 5, and 6, which I get a lot less of, probably because I tend to be booked by the lower levels. Maybe I've caught the attention of VIPKID for the lower levels, and I think they suggest me to the lower levels more. Or maybe we have more students in the lower levels and it's just easier to book. I think it's a bit of both. But I don't teach the older levels as much. But with the older levels, I'm a much more serious teacher. We laugh occasionally, but it's mostly, would you read for me? Great job, you get. And I teach like I'm a 5th or 6th grade teacher. So I'm a versatile teacher. I can teach different levels. You're not going to see me being a clown for the older levels. But for the younger levels, if I can get them to participate more or enjoy English class more by being a little bit silly, I'm going to do it, guys. I'm going to do it. So anyway, but I don't condone talking bad on YouTube or Facebook about a type of teacher that you aren't. You don't have to put others down in order to make yourself more elevated. It's fine to be a serious teacher, but please don't say that some of our students aren't smart. Have you learned a second language? I'm fluent in English and Spanish, and I still think of myself as an unintelligent person because of people like that who, when I was growing up, told me I was not smart because I was in slow reading class and because I struggled in school and because it took a lot of work to get okay grades in school for me. So now that I'm a teacher, I do not condone ever giving our children the impression that they're not smart. Because the thing is, I've realized as an adult, I'm getting on my soapbox. I'm going to have to get off it in a second because this video needs to continue. But I realized as an adult that everyone has their different area of genius. Everyone's a genius in their own area. Me, I sewed my own wedding dress. I learned a second language, but I struggled in school. I'm a bad test taker. I was a slow reader. Now I'm a mediocre reader. If you watch some of my Bible devotional videos, you'll see me stutter. When I read, I stutter a little bit. And when I learned a second language, it was that struggle all over again. It was like I was back in 1st grade again. But the thing is, I realized from being an ESL teacher in the elementary schools is we've got kids from Mexico that English is their second language and they feel dumb and they feel stupid because they're struggling. But the thing is, they speak a second language. They're geniuses. But just because it's not fitting in our box of, oh, if you're a good test taker, if you get good grades, then you're a genius. You know what I mean? So anyway, getting off my soapbox, but never, ever treat a student like they are unintelligent. Even if a person has Down syndrome or autism, they are a genius in their own area. Those people who have special needs, what we call special needs, oftentimes can love on a much deeper level and can communicate in a completely different way. And God has them on this earth to teach us something different, you know? Hopefully I didn't word something weird and offend somebody, but you'll let me know in the comments, I'm sure, if I said something offensive. Okay. So the serious teachers is number 10. Number 11 is the silly teachers. Like I said, we're the ones who are making our kids laugh. Me, like, some teachers, they'll teach like this the whole class time, but for me, I take them off and put them on at different times, just to, like, if my student's dozing off, I'll try to pull out some stops, but I don't really keep stuff on my head or especially on my eyes. I like to keep my eyes visible, just to engage better with my student. But if you're a teacher that wears a Batman mask or a Darth Vader mask the whole class and your student loves it, keep doing it. Like, we're not going to have the same teaching style, and that's okay, because the students that are looking for a teacher with your teaching style are going to be different than the students that need my teaching style. So everybody's different. I'm a visual learner. That's what, and probably touching things helps me too. That's probably why I use visual aids a lot more. And I think why I want to have it in my hand, not just on the screen. Because I can move it around and, you know, and I'm not tech savvy. Anyway, number 12. These are also people who I adore and look up to and feel that I'm inadequate to be in their category. The homeschoolers. These are moms. Some of them even have like 8 kids. They get up early in the morning. They teach online. Then they're homeschooling their kids during the day. Me, I just like sometimes teach my kids stuff. Like, I should give myself a little credit. Like, my kids understand a second language. My kids understand English and Spanish. They know their colors, letters, numbers, and shapes. And they can count in both languages and stuff. But we kind of just learn through play. Like, I don't feel like I'm cut out to be a homeschool mom, to be honest. Which might be surprising to you because, like, I'm a teacher at heart, but getting my own kids to, I don't know. It just seems very challenging. And I know there's whole groups on Facebook for VIPKID teachers who are homeschool moms. So that's why they get their own category on here. It's amazing. You guys amaze me. And I even have a YouTube friend on here that she does that. She homeschools her kids and she's a VIPKID teacher. You guys amaze me. I don't know how you do it. But, you know, I'm a mom of 3 little ones. My kids are 16 months, 3, and 4. And some people have said on Facebook, like, I don't know how you moms of little ones do it. Like, I would be so stressed out. I'm like, this is a stress reliever for me because it's a creative outlet for me. It gives me something to do besides always being with my kids constantly, and it helps pay the bills. You know, VIPKID has paid our mortgage sometimes, most times, usually. So, like, it's awesome. Blessing. Really good. Okay. Number 13 is the stay-at-home moms. That's me. That's me. So I hope when my kids are older, our church has an awesome Christian school. And I'm thinking of maybe working there part-time because you brick and mortar teachers, I don't know how you do it. I do not want to be a full-time teacher. I could apply and do that, but I'm thinking of being like a librarian or a substitute teacher or just work part-time in the daycare to get a discount, you know what I mean, on the Christian school. If I worked full-time, my kids could go free, but like, I've worked in that daycare part-time and it's stressful. Like, guys, I can't do it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Sorry, I'm getting off on tangents. Number 14 is our feedback experts. Did you know there are teachers who leave such awesome, wonderful feedbacks, personalized, detailed, and they have like a more than 50% 5 Apple rating, like 50% or more of their or like some people have said wacky numbers like 70 or 80% of their students leave them feedback. I feel like feedback is an area that I'm not an expert in. I end up saying the same or similar things every single feedback. I say a list of the things we learned. I say what they earned. I say thank you for choosing me as your teacher. I say something they showed me during class or whatever, and I try my best with feedback. But I've got a 25% feedback that I get from them, and I'm just not... I mean, anyway, there are some teachers who are not cheap like me. I'm too cheap for Feedback Panda. So there's a website called Feedback Panda, and it used to be $10 a month, but they recently upped it to $15 a month. Correct me if I'm wrong. There's a comment section for that. I could be inaccurate with that statement, but from what I've heard through the grapevine, it used to be $10 a month. Now it's $15 a month. There are files and files that you can copy and paste and add in your student's name and add in your name and add in personalized details if you want. But it'll say everything that you learned in class. It'll say it detailed. It'll say it awesome. You can find what other teachers have written and copy and paste it. I tried signing up for the free trial, and just like with ManiCam, I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I'm not tech savvy. I couldn't figure out Feedback Panda, and maybe I'm the only teacher on the internet that hasn't figured out Feedback Panda, and for that I am sorry that I'm giving you advice videos. Alright, and number 15 is our dear minimalist teachers. There are teachers who just have one educational poster behind them and a whiteboard and maybe like one puppet, and they teach like that, and they're awesome and they're amazing, and they use TPR a lot, and they're fantastic. You know, you don't need all the bells and whistles in order to be a good teacher. You are a good teacher because of who you are and how you teach and engage with your student. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you will comment below and tell me what kind of teacher you are. What categories do you fall under? Me personally, I'm a prop queen, I'm a YouTuber, I'm a silly teacher, and I'm a stay-at-home mom. So I fall under 4 of my 15 categories that I made up. What other categories do you think that I should have added in this video? Let me know. If there's a kind of video you would like me to make or a topic you would like me to talk about, feel free and leave a comment below. Please like and subscribe. Thank you. Bye. Happy teaching.